Real Madrid sail past Getafe. Amigo, Jorge Ropero, Action Plus. Real Madrid kept Chelsea in mind by resting Luka Modric and Toni Kroos but eased past Getafe 2-0 on Saturday to restore their advantage to 12 points at the top of La. Casemiro's header and a smart finish by Lucas Vázquez sealed a comfortable victory for Madrid, who can turn their attention back to finishing the job against Chelsea. Reaching the Champions League semi-finals. This kind of game can be a trap because after the Champions League, you always lack something physically and mentally, but the team has responded well, said coach Carlo Ancelotti. Atletico Madrid will face Manchester City at the Wanda Metropolitano on Wednesday on the back of a limp defeat after they were beaten 1-0 at Mallorca. Athletic also lost 1-0 to City in the first leg in Manchester last week. Karim Benzema, the hat-trick hero of Real Madrid's 3-1 win over Chelsea, started against Getafe but came off in the 74th minute, departing to a standing ovation which felt like the Santiago Bernabeu crowd paying tribute to his performance at Stamford Bridge. Gareth Bale came on to make only his second La Liga appearance since August and his first at the Bernabeu since February 2020. Madrid had gone 20 home games in between without the Welshman, who was whistled by a section of disgruntled supporters. Bale's latest misstep with the Real Madrid fans was to play and score for Wales at the end of last month, 4 days after pulling out of the Clásico defeat by Barcelona through injury. Bale is fine, he's training well and wants to play, Ancelotti said. Bale is likely to be back on the bench again for the visit of Chelsea on Tuesday and, despite another dynamic performance from Eduardo Camavinga, the rested Modric and Kroos will surely return to Ancelotti's midfield in midweek. Neither were even needed off the bench. Barcelona play at Levante on Sunday and have 2 games in hand, but the Catalans are 15 points behind in third. Any hopes they had that the Clásico might send Madrid into a tailspin have fizzled, Ancelotti's side instead responding with 2 wins in a row. We didn't lose our minds after the Barca game. We kept things in perspective, we had an advantage and we've managed that advantage, said Ancelotti. Benzema had an early goal ruled out for offside, but it did not take long for Madrid to break through Getafe, a sumptuous cross from the outside of Vinicius Junior's right foot finding Casemiro's head 6 yards out. Vázquez's second came in the 68th minute, as he flicked the ball down the right-hand channel to Rodrigo and kept running, receiving the pass back from Rodrigo and guiding a finish into the far corner. Atletico Madrid's run-in could be less comfortable after they were dragged back into the fight for the top 4 following a surprise defeat by relegation battlers Mallorca. The loss leaves Diego Simeone's side just a point in front of Real Betis in the table after Betis had earlier come from behind to beat Cadiz 2-1 thanks to a late penalty from Borja Iglesias. And at the other end of the table, Mallorca's victory gives them a major boost in their bid for survival as they climb out of the relegation zone, 1 point ahead of Cadiz, who slipped to 18th. A trip to the Balearic Islands between the 2 Manchester City games was always going to be awkward, but even if a degree of fatigue or distraction played its part, Atletico were well below par. The result also raises questions over Simeone's decision to restore Luis Suarez to the starting lineup, even if Mallorca's goal actually came shortly after Suarez was replaced by the informed João Felix. The decisive moment came in the 68th minute, after Atletico's Reinildo Mandava kicked through the back of Mallorca's Pablo Maffio from behind and just inside the area. Vedat Murici tucked away the penalty and Atletico had no answer, managing just 1 shot on target after they failed to muster any against City.